30th, 2026, the DOJ dumped 3.5 million Epstein documents and proof that many elites and politicians lied about their relationships with Jeffrey Epstein.
Many of the politicians are lying and said that it had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
That's why some things are redacted. What would that be? It was an intelligence operation.
You believe that Epstein was an Israel
Yes, I do.
intelligence asset?
Yes, I do.
So if you got Trump locked in like that, or any of these other officials, when Israel said, I want you to go fight Iran, you got to go. So while we're playing around in our sins, playing around with evil, debauchery, adultery, sleeping with all kinds of different people and all of that, the world is moving around, okay? The Most High is bringing the destruction of our enemies. The chipping away of this empire is coming down, and the ultimate destruction of our enemies, it's beginning now. The least of our enemies will draw America into war. So I'm getting ready to get into that now. As we're busy trying to find ways to be more evil, trying to find more ways to stay in sin, the Most High is bringing devastation down on our enemies. Okay? Give me the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 45. The least of our enemies will draw America into war. That's where we're going now.
Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse
45.
Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock,
That's Amalek, so-called Jews. The least of the flock
shall draw them out.
shall draw America out into war. While we're playing games with sin and all of that, this is what's happening all around us. Go ahead.
Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon,
At the bombs, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, come on.
the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations.
Because when America goes down, all of the nations that was trading with her is going to be in weeping. Revelation chapter 18, verse 8.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
Come on.
For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
The Lord is going to judge this Babylon the Great. So the Most High is setting up the scene for it to be destroyed. I'm making this point because we need to be making sure that we are not trying to fool the Lord. We ain't trying to fool the angels. We ain't trying to fool the leaders. We ain't trying to fool our fathers. We need to be in a posture of doing things the right way and stop being undisciplined and trying to be slick. Read.
And the kings of the earth, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
That's why it says, and the cry is heard among the nations. Okay? When they see Babylon go up in smoke. Read on.
Standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
For in 1 hour is her judgment come. So those of us that don't repent, those of us that's trying to play games and try to find loopholes in the Bible, you're going to die. When the time comes, when the Most High brings judgment on this whole system, you're going to die with it. Read.
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Because America going to be in flames. Babylon the Great going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
The merchandise of gold, and silver, and precious stones, and of pearls, and fine linen, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all fine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory.
All of these things Babylon the Great has in her clutches. Read.
And all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
And slaves and souls of men. So Babylon the Great has all of these things in her captivity. But when America is hit but them bombs and wiped off the globe, all of these things are going to be gone with her. They're not going to have control over this anymore. That's going to be done. Okay? Read. So now, give me the book of Obadiah. How are the hidden things of Esau searched out? We're getting ready to get into it now. How are the hidden things of Esau is found out? He's going to cause them to, they're going to start telling on themselves. They're going to start falling on their swords.
Obadiah.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
His hidden things sought up. The Most High is causing them to start talking on them, start bringing out all kinds of information about all of the evil that they've been doing. And us, we're busy trusting in America, trusting in this system, and you don't recognize that the Most High has got them in derision right now. You need to be repenting and keeping the commandments of God. That's where our minds need to be at. Read on.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Mm-hmm.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
So all her allies are going to turn against them. We're going to get into some of that. The allies of America are going to turn against her. America is Babylon the Great. Read.
They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Israel, the place Israel where Amalek is, I ain't talking about the Israelites. They're eating America's bread every year with billions and billions of dollars being given to them.
Right.
And they are setting this damn whole system up. Presidents and everybody tied up in that thing. And that's the reason why that war is going on over there now. You might as well call that war that's going on, I'm going to call it what I heard somebody say. Operation Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
Did you hear that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Operation Jeffrey Epstein. That's what that whole thing is about. We're getting ready to get into it. Okay. Read
Shall
on.
I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
So the Most High is getting ready to bring America, bring Babylon the Great to its knees. Most High is getting ready to turn it all the way around. And the deal is, while this is happening, we need to be repenting. I keep saying that because as in the days of Noah, it's going to happen again. So we need to make sure that we're on the right path while the Lord is doing his work. By coming against the heathens that rage against the Lord, he's going to have them in derision. So what we need to be doing is getting ourselves together. Understand those prophecies and all of that. But we need to be getting ourselves together while we watch the prophecies. Like the scriptures say, watch as well as pray. Pray that we keep God's commandments. Pray that we stay in tune with what this Bible is really talking about and not get swept up in the foolishness. Okay? So now, guess what? Epstein was set up with cameras in order to blackmail world leaders in supporting Israel, meaning the land over there that Israeli Mossad, that government, into supporting Israel and their plan to establish their vision in the quote-unquote Middle East. That's what that's about. The planned trap of blackmailing world leaders. Let's get my video. Listen to this here. Y'all going to learn something. That video right there. Make sure that the very beginning of it shows. Hit it.
On January 30th, 2026, the DOJ dumped 3.5 million Epstein documents, emails, photos, text messages, FBI tips containing objectively disturbing revelations, obvious code words, creepy photos, and proof that many elites and politicians lied about their relationships with Jeffrey Epstein.
Whoa. So, did y'all see that? Many of the politicians are lying and said that they have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep.
Okay, back that up a little bit. Let's get all that. Let's get that statement. I'm going to let this play because I got to let these videos ride now. Come on.
Those text messages, FBI tips containing objectively disturbing revelations, obvious code words, creepy photos, and proof that many elites...
What was the name of that prince? Didn't they arrest him?
Was it Andrew? Or?
Yes. Where was he from?
Yeah.
Look him up.
Wales.
They came against him and took him out.
I think you're right. I think it was Wales.
Yeah.
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew. He got caught up in the honey trap.
Yeah, he had to resign.
He had to resign.
King Charles' younger brother.
Damn. So here you go. Hit the button.
Lied about their relationships with Jeffrey Epstein. But rather than investigating, prosecuting, or even questioning these people, Pam Bondi wants us to focus on the stock market being up.
The Dow is over 50,000 right now. That's what we should be talking about.
Rather than explaining why Trump's name appears more times in these files than Harry Potter appears in all 7 books, he claims he's been exonerated.
I've been exonerated. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
And we can't forget that Kash Patel claimed, under oath, that there's no credible evidence Epstein trafficked women.
There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday.
But now we have the files, and we can confidently say that not only is there credible evidence Jeffrey was trafficking, he was operating a global intelligence network for the Israeli government.
Did y'all hear that?
Global.
Did y'all hear what they said about Epstein? Could y'all back that up a little bit? Because you're going to hear this a few times. Go ahead. We
can confidently say that not only is there credible evidence Jeffrey was trafficking, he was operating a global intelligence network for the Israeli government.
Wow.
I'm going to show you the receipts, I'm going to show you the pattern, and I'm going to show you who's still in power because of it. And once you see just how deep the corruption runs, you won't be able to unsee it. Let me start with one of the biggest revelations from these files, the conversations between Jeffrey Epstein and Ehud Barak. For context, Ehud Barak isn't just any Israeli politician. He's a former prime minister and former head of Israeli military intelligence. If anyone would know about Mossad operations, it's him. And the new files contain direct conversations between him and Epstein that are explosive. First, there's the email where Epstein tells Barak to make it clear that I don't work for Mossad, followed by a smiley face. Then there's Epstein asking Barak, did boys ask you to help obtain former Mossad agents to do dirty investigations? But it gets worse, much worse.
Pause it for a second, because that word Mossad popped up a couple of times. Mossad, that's the Institute for Intelligence and Special Operations, properly known as Mossad, in the National Intelligence Agency of the State of Israel. It is one of the main entities in the Israeli intelligence community. So it's basically their CIA.
CIA of Israel.
Okay, go ahead.
That in early 2016, Jeffrey Epstein allowed the Israeli government to install surveillance equipment and take control of security on behalf of Ehud Barak at one of his Manhattan apartments in 301 East 66th Street. Now, 301 East 66th Street wasn't just any apartment building. 150 of the 200 units were owned by Epstein's brother Mark, who had purchased them from Leslie Wexner, the source of Jeffrey Epstein's real wealth. The building had been home for years to young models, girlfriends, pilots, and lawyers associated with Epstein. Epstein allowing the installation of Israeli government surveillance equipment ultimately means he was overseeing an active Israeli government surveillance operation.
So wait a minute. So he's are y'all hearing this?
Yeah. I'm trying to take it in.
Huh? Oh, you didn't know about this?
200 units, and he got 150 of them.
And he got cameras, videotapes. He got fiber optics, all types of recording. And here come the politicians dealing with all these young girls and all that. All that's on video. Similar to the thing with Diddy. With TD, with all the different people in there. That's just a small level, but this dude was an operative.
Global.
He was global.
Yeah.
He was an intelligence officer for the Israeli government to honey trap politicians in this country to get them to go for the war. That's basically what it is. Hit the button.
Damn.
So again, just keeping in the context with everything that we talked about the wickedness that we're doing and trying to find loopholes to still be wicked, this is what's going on. This is what's going on above our heads. That's what's happening all over the place. Go ahead.
U.S. soil. I know this sounds wild to hear, and I wouldn't have believed it myself if I didn't see the emails. So, let me show you. Neely Priel, Ehud Barak's wife, is coordinating with Epstein's assistant about installing sensors stick to the windows and surveillance equipment that could be neutralized from afar, meaning controlled remotely. And Epstein's response? Quote, Jeffrey says he does not mind the holes in the wall, and this is all just fine. Rafi Shalomo, director of protective services at the Israeli mission to the United Nations, was personally controlling access to the apartment. He was conducting background checks on cleaners and Epstein's employees. One resident even claimed to have seen Mossad agents in the lobby when Barak was there. For at least 2 years, through 2016 and 2017.
Somebody said they seen Mossad agents in the lobby.
In the lobby, on American soil.
And if that wasn't even a speculation, he mentioned that Les Wexner, which presented,
Yes.
I think she actually covers that towards the end.
Right. He was the one that backed. He gave him millions of dollars.
Right, $500
million. Go ahead.
A Manhattan apartment building was essentially operating as an Israeli intelligence facility. And Jeffrey Epstein was the one who authorized it. But wait, it gets more interesting. The building housed MC2, the modeling agency Epstein invested in, which used the apartment for overseas models. The agency's founder, Jean-Luc Brunel, had an apartment there. And the last remaining branch of MC2? It's in Tel Aviv. Oh, and there's another detail. Yoni Karen, a senior Israeli intelligence officer, actually lived in one of Epstein's apartments and had close personal ties to former CIA director Leon Panetta. Interesting. But the files reveal something even more significant than intelligence gathering operations. They reveal active political coordination during the 2016 election. September 2016, height of the presidential campaign, Ehud Barak emails Epstein. Haim Saban arranged an exclusive interview for Hillary on Channel 2. Ask TB if his man is interested in a similar interview with Channel 10, the leading competition. A huge percentage of Israelis and most U.S. citizens in Israel will surely follow. TB was Tom Barrack, Trump's longtime friend and inaugural committee chairman. And Jeffrey responded to Ehud, I asked. This
now,
is
y'all notice
she
mentioned about his last election. She mentioned about the last election. The Israeli government wanted Trump in office. Remember the video I did a long time ago, the curse behind Trump's desk? I'm telling you, Trump ain't running nothing. It's the people behind him.
Yep.
It's the people behind him. The so-called Israelis, Amalek, wanted him because they were going to, because Trump is crazy. They got him on so much stuff, he can't move. They got him literally by the balls. Yep. He can't really move. So he got to dance with what they say. Start a war with Iran, we need you to do that. And he got to do it.
Got to dance today.
He got to dance today, too. And them cameras and all that, they got him. Hit the button.
Political coordination in American elections with Jeffrey Epstein as the intermediary.
Now, leave that up there. Epstein and Israel, the story they won't tell you. That was the name of the video that we just watched. Okay, let me read something. Let me get on with it. The worms of the decadence and debauchery of Babylon the Great has brought its kingdom to destruction, meaning this kingdom brought it to destruction by God. Even the various buildings and apartments owned by Epstein were wired with cameras. Bottom line, the Israeli government wanted Trump in office in the second term to support the Israeli efforts to destroy Iran. This is to ultimately launch off their permanent plan to establish all absolute power over everyone on the planet. They got Trump by the balls, like I said earlier, literally. And the power in this world is only relative to your status and reputation. So if they can destroy that, you ain't got nothing. So they said, listen, you want to stay in power? You want to this and that? You don't want to look like what we got you on tape? Do what we say. And we need you in office in order to get these things done. So when that happens, when your status and reputation goes, because they can destroy that, so goes your power in the world.
Right.
And that's the deal. So he don't want to look bad. So he got to dance to every tune that they say. You want to start a war with Iran? We want a war started in Iran. You help us.
Yeah.
The hell with what? And he ran on MAGA, make America great again. It's no. That was just a stunt to get these hillbillies to be all behind him. He don't give a damn about none of them at all. He might as well be wearing MAGA, make Israel great again. The Israelis, make the Israelis great again. It ain't got nothing to do with America. And the people in this country know that. They're feeling that now. Yep. They're feeling that now. Give me Isaiah 14, verse 9. Yes, sir. Because the corruption is coming all out. Okay? And again, I got to revert back to about us. Making sure that we get ourselves together. Okay? While all this is happening, we need to make sure that we are on the right path to get ourselves together. And stop with the foolishness. Verse 9.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved to meet thee, is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
The condition of hell is being moved away from the nations that's underneath America, that's underneath the oppression of America, is being moved away from America to meet these Edomites in their coming down into hell, into destruction. Go ahead.
It stirreth up the dead for thee.
The hell, the captivity stirred them up. Go ahead.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
All of the chief ones of the earth are catching hell, like the Iranians, for an example. Go ahead.
It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
That's exactly what we're looking at. The kings of the nations are angry. Read on.
All they shall speak and say unto thee.
All these kings shall speak and say unto thee.
Art thou also become weak as we?
Is America become weak as the rest of us? Go ahead. That's how they talking now. They getting weapons and missiles and all that. They doing it just like America doing it. And they talking big. Hell no, we ain't negotiating. That's how they talking now. Go ahead.
Art thou become like unto us?
Art thou become like unto us? Go ahead.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Come on.
And the noise of thy vials.
All that Christianity, all that mess is going down with him. Go ahead.
The worm is spread under thee.
The worm is corruption. The worm is corruption. The worm is spread up under them. The corruption of their officials, the evil that they're doing, that is spread all throughout the system.
That's the wound.
Huh?
That's the wound.
The wound.
Obadiah.
Yes. Good connect. Yes, because they laid a trap for them. That's the point you said, and they have laid a wound under them. Yes, and they used Epstein to do it. I'm telling you, the worm. Read that again. The worm.
The worm is spread under thee.
Go ahead.
And the worms cover thee.
They're not going to get out of this. They're not going to get better. It's going to get worse until, just like those travails, like I said, at the woman in travail, these things, these tribulations are going to come behind each other more and more and more frequently until the baby is born, which is that bomb and that destruction, and Christ come back and save the ones of us that truly repented. Okay? And the worms cover thee. Read on, read 12.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
How art thou fallen from heaven? This is Edom now. How has Edom fallen from his rulership?
O Lucifer.
O Lucifer, light bearer, because they call themselves the illuminated ones. That's what Lucifer means. They said that they are the ones that are to give wisdom to everybody. But Amalek used this operative to honey trap all of them. Now they got to dance to the tune of BB. They got to dance to the tune. That's what's going on, and people are starting to see it. Read.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning told all of the nations that they were the ones that were supposed to be looked up to. Read.
How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
How are the hidden things of Esau searched out, which did weaken the nations? That's what they did. So now they're turning against him now. And the nations are getting weapons and all of that. They're gonna come against this system. I'm telling you, it's getting ready to get crazy. It's getting ready to get crazy. Get crazy. Give me my next. Y'all got something to say before I go on to the next?
No. You building on something.
I'm building on something. You see where I'm going?
Yes, sir. You building on
something.
You see,
yeah.
We going.
Okay, you say you see where I'm going.
That's what I was going to mention. Because the Epstein files,
Yes.
initially, when you talked about what he campaigned on, he was saying that the Democrats don't want to release it.
Yes.
But that was because Hillary and Bill was in it.
Yes.
And he thought he could cut all of the ones that were mentioning him and only put those out. But the Department of Justice was forced to release ones that had his name in them unredacted.
Exactly.
And he didn't expect
he
that.
didn't like that. Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this. I want to say something. Many people might be thinking that I went off on a tangent and talking about all of this other stuff. What I'm showing you is that the Most High is getting ready to turn this whole thing upside down. And our people, again, playing games, not paying attention to what's happening. Things are getting ready to get wild and crazy, and here we still entertaining sin and evil. That's the main point of my class tonight. It's about us staying in sin. The Most High is going to he's going to bring to all of this into the derision. And that's what we're literally showing you that tonight. Showing you what's actually going on. Now, here's Hillary Clinton giving her deposition. She gave a deposition, and then Bill Clinton gave a deposition. Hit the button.
And you were never aware of his horrific crimes.
Did we play all that other video? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we did. So they're asking her, they said, were you aware of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes? Go ahead.
And you were never aware of his horrific crimes prior to those becoming public knowledge. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. I also wanted just to note, one of the questions that we've been receiving a lot has been speculation amongst the public that Jeffrey Epstein was somehow affiliated with foreign intelligence agencies or other intelligence services.
There it is again. Hold it. Foreign intelligence agencies. It's getting ready to get bad. Just back it up a little bit. I'm going to let this play. Hit it.
With foreign intelligence agencies or other intelligence services. And I know that we have received numerous questions of that type. Now, obviously, you served as Secretary of State. I'm grateful thank you for your service. In your role as Secretary of State, were you ever made aware of Jeffrey Epstein having any types of relationships with foreign intelligence agencies, obviously, of course, of a foreign country?
I was not. And Ranking Member Garcia, I am aware of the speculation around this that comes from the files being released and questions being raised. And I do think that is a fruitful area for the committee to investigate.
Meaning go after them. Yep. That's what she's saying. Go after them and get everybody. Go ahead. I'm telling you, they're stepping on each other now. Go ahead.
Because I will say, of the types of questions that we're receiving, the kind of conversation around whether Jeffrey Epstein had any ties to foreign intelligence or was working with foreign governments continues to come up. And so obviously, as Secretary of State, that would be something I would imagine, you may or may not have information for. So I appreciate that response. Madam Secretary, just lastly, I want to also thank you for your testimony. And broadly speaking, you've probably been following just recently and this week, we've seen, and there's been reports that numerous files are missing from the group of files that have been released. For the record, only about approximately 50% of the total files have likely been released. The other percentage have been withheld for whatever reasons we're not really sure of and don't really understand. It's also been reported by numerous outlets this week that the FBI has removed files that are supposed to be made available to the Congress that include serious allegations of alleged abuse by President Trump, sexual abuse to a minor. Now, these are allegations that we know have been corroborated in other ways, and the media have reported on these, but these files themselves have been removed. Now, we view this as a very serious matter.
That's going back to what you said. He ran on a campaign to say he was going to release them, and then when they came out, they had his name on them, and then they said, hold, stop.
I got to take my stuff out.
I got to take my stuff out.
Okay,
go ahead.
Or these files in the archive manifest that lists which files should be placed there. Those files are no longer there. And we have been calling on the DOJ and the Attorney General to release all of the files. I'm wondering if in your experience, obviously in the U.S. Senate, as Secretary of State, if you've any response to the behavior of the DOJ in their withholding of critical information.
Listen to this.
And the apparent removal of files that could suggest serious crimes by folks in this administration.
By folks in this administration.
Congressman, I appreciate your raising this issue, and I appreciated the statement that you put out when this became public knowledge, thanks to investigative reporting, which revealed it. And I think that this behavior by the Justice Department deserves the most thorough investigation that the Congress could carry out. As I understand the sequence of events, this committee subpoenaed the Justice Department, as well as the Epstein estate, as well as law enforcement officials from prior administrations, as well as my husband and me. The Justice Department refused to comply, which is what led to the passage by the Congress of the Transparency Act, which then was signed into law. And I think from the very beginning, the behavior of the Attorney General and her staff has demonstrated either a gross incompetence.
Pause it for a second. What brothers and sisters, what y'all are looking at? You're looking at the unraveling of this system because of debauchery, because of their Epicureanism, because of their decadence, their lewd behaviors, and it's catching up. And now it's coming out in full display that they're not going to be looked upon as all of this specialness anymore. And that's what that intelligence officer, Jeffrey Epstein, was all about, with the cameras and stuff everywhere.
And you know what, Bishop? Yes, what he was dealing with, what's going on with the war in Iran and stuff. But what you're seeing here, it also is creating a civil war.
Yes,
that's brewing here in America.
Yes,
because of this.
Well, because what's going to come out is the things that they're doing behind the scenes are the things that they're putting people in jail for. So now what happens?
Yeah, there you go.
Yep,
there you go. And let's get ready to blow. Let's get ready to blow. Hit it a little bit more.
Is bothersome because they are the keepers of information that should be evaluated for law enforcement purposes, or a clear cover-up because they are protecting the president and others.
Meaning Trump.
Either one of those should be the focus of this committee to try.
So she's saying Trump should be the focus of this. You see how the Most High got them telling on each other? Yes. All this is just rumbling out.
Yep. And tongues is rolling across the
table.
Tongues
is rolling it out. Come on. Hit the button.
If they are incompetent and they are incapable of complying with the law that the Congress passed, we need to know that. Because they are falling down on the job. They have an FBI director who's more interested in drinking beer in a hockey dressing room after our team won the Olympics, rather than being responsive and complying with the law as it has been promulgated. So I don't think it's unfair to say that given the sequencing of the events, starting with the way that President Trump made the release of the files a key element of his 2024 campaign.
That's what you was talking about.
The promise that he and then his attorney general made that the files would be released, then a walking back of that as they began to look at the files, an ignoring of what they had promised, including that they had a client list on the desk of the attorney general. Reasonable people would have to assume they are engaged in a massive cover-up, which is infuriating.
Did y'all get that? So that's what's going. They're bringing it all out. How are the hidden things of Esau? So that debauchery and that decadence is gonna roll. It's gonna roll. The ball don't stop yet. Hit the next one. Get the next video.
You remember the what he was being tried for right before the election ended, which was withholding presidential or classified files.
Yes, yes. Somebody said that they even dropped more files as of today.
There was 3 million initially. It was like 3.5, and then last night they dropped another 2.7 million.
Damn! Well, that's a lot of nastiness. There's a lot of nastiness going on in them damn rooms and all that stuff. Hit the button. Here's Clinton now. Clinton gave his deposition.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, if you look at the passport page, the bottom of the document should show the EFTA number. It's 00021628.
Yep.
There's a name on there. Would you be able to read that name to me?
Can you read the name?
Excuse me, Carter.
Yes.
Will you ask me if you've ever seen the document before?
Yes. Well, this is evidence, and so I wanted to ask him specifically. So it's from the DOJ document release, right?
I understand, but he may not have seen it, or he may have seen it.
No, I've never seen it, but it looks like a passport.
Okay. Can you tell me the name that's listed on the passport?
Excuse me, he's never seen this document. Would you just read the name, please?
Yes. The
You
name
know
is
what? There's
Mari-
one thing that I
Marius-
gotta say. Those lawyers are on top, but them lawyers are bad. This is like what I was going to say. Both of their depositions were damn near 5 hours long. This is a very long video. It's on YouTube. It's public, so ain't nobody got to be mad at me. This is public. It's damn near 5 hours. You got to comb through it just to find these parts, and there was more stuff in here. Hit the button.
Robert.
Marius Robert, yeah.
Are you familiar with that name at all?
No.
Okay. Would you be able to identify the individual in the photo?
It looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. The reason I ask you about this specifically is because I do believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence operative. And so this was a passport that was actually entered in and released by the Department of Justice, but this was an FBI filing. It was found in his safe, if you will. So it's an alias. So the reason I ask you that is because given your nature and position, I'm wondering if you were essentially targeted by a honeypot operation and or by intelligence to get.
I didn't hear that word. I was trying to figure. What is it? A honeypot?
Honeypot.
Honeypot. That's the honey trap. But so they got Trump. They got many others, and were you too?
Right.
Were you part of what they were trying to do? Get you caught up in it?
They got him in the blue dress.
They got him. They got him. They got him. It's all spilling out. Why am I bringing this out again? Because here we are. We got God's truth. We got God's words. We got his counsel. We got all of that. We need to be getting ourselves together. Like the scripture said, gather yourselves together, O nation, not desire, to stop playing games with each other and let the Lord do his work. Let the Lord bring down our enemies, and we need to be prepared for our King to save us, to take us out of here. So I did not want to be so engulfed in this and not remind us what this is all about. So that's why I keep going back to that. What you want to bring?
In the days of Noah.
That's right. In the days of Noah. In the days of Noah. Hit the button. So he hold. There's something I wanted to mention. Because when they said aliases, I wanted to look it up. Brothers, we coming back here. Can you hold it? Make sure that don't move. Go down to, let's see. Go down to, I want to find it because I put it in here. The name Jeffrey Epstein is an alias. That's what I put in there. But they're going to, Eliakim, I need you now.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Put that up there on the board. Show it on the screen.
The Invisible Man.
No. Go to, give me in the order. Yes, give me that one.
The name Jeffrey Epstein is an alias. Based on available
that was what I put in there, and let the AI bring it up. Okay, go ahead.
Based on available documentation, the name Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Edward Epstein, is not considered an alias, but rather his legal name.
Okay, go ahead.
However, Evidence indicates that Jeffrey Epstein used aliases and fake passports for travel and financial transactions.
Now, how the hell you got the power to do, what was it, The Born Identity? Remember that movie?
Yeah.
This dude had passport. Y'all thought that was science fiction. They really do this kind of stuff. Passports with all kind of names on it and all that. And it's legitimate. Fly through all the embassies, no problem. Okay? Read. However, evidence
indicates that Jeffrey Epstein used aliases and fake passports for travel and financial transactions.
Give me the next slide.
Decoy passport. Following his 2019 arrest,
This is talking about Epstein. Go ahead.
Federal prosecutors found a passport in a safe inside his Manhattan townhouse that featured his picture, but was issued under the name Marius Robert Fortelli.
Wow, you hear that? A whole different name.
Damn.
With his face on it. This is some heavy stuff.
This is some Born Identity.
This is some Born Identity stuff. Read.
Fake travel documents. Prosecutors stated that Epstein used this foreign passport under a fake name to travel to countries including the United Kingdom.
So he was able to go to the United Kingdom with this fake passport?
Spain, and Saudi Arabia in the 1980s.
Come on. That's it? Give me the next one.
The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Documents and emails released in 2025-2026 have mentioned a potential alias or nickname, the Invisible Man, in correspondence with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell, her father, is tied up in the Mossad. They're big time. You're gonna hear about that. Read on.
While he used fake identities, Jeffrey Epstein is the name recorded on his birth certificate, Social Security records, and the 2019.
So they're basically saying that's his legitimate name here, but he's able to use all of these other things when he's traveling to do certain business for the Israeli government. Now go back to the video. Let's finish that up.
Hey, Bishop.
Yeah.
They said it's from the 1980s.
Yes.
Meaning he started doing this in the 80s.
Yes.
So who was it before him? And before
It could
them?
have been anybody. He said another operative lived in his building.
Yeah.
Yes. Another agent lived in his building that was there to do the same thing. Go back to the video. Let's finish the video up. Hit it.
And I'm wondering if you were essentially targeted by a honeypot operation and or by intelligence to gather information. So that's why I asked you that question.
Well, if there was a honey,
Mr. President, there's not a question pending.
I have. Is there a question?
No. You can ask a question.
Well, I'll be getting to the Lord, but that's the reason I asked that.
Okay, now. Show me the next thing. Oversight Committee. Let me just briefly mention this here. Eliakim, just need you to bring that up. No, not the video. It's a picture. Oversight Committee releases Bill and Hillary Clinton's deposition videos. Come out of this. It's on the group. It's screenshots. It's a screenshot. It's before that. The screenshot. It's not that one. I don't want that one yet. I don't want that one yet. Come on back. This should have it. Come on. That's not it. What are y'all doing? It says Oversight Committee releases Bill. Not that. Come on, brothers. Yes, it's on the group. That one.
Oversight Committee releases Bill and Hillary Clinton deposition videos.
Read.
Washington. Today, the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform released videos of the depositions of former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and former President Bill Clinton. The depositions took place on February 26th and February 27th of 2026, respectively.
So they did hers and then they did his. Now get the other one. There's another. Right. Read that.
A deposition is a formal.
The reason why I'm doing this is because I want everybody to be, in case some of us might not exactly know what a deposition is. I said I wanted to look it up, put it up there to make sure that we all get it. Hit the button.
A deposition is a formal, out-of-court, sworn statement given by a witness or a party in a lawsuit recorded by a court reporter, conducted during the discovery phase. It allows attorneys to gather facts, assess credibility, and preserve testimony for trial.
So that's what they were doing. They wanted to put their statements on the record. That's what a deposition is. It gives you the chance to bring out certain things about something that's coming up in a deposition where it's locked in and they got it. And that's the reason what they say. So you have to do it under oath, the purpose, the participants. So it's telling you all of that. I'm just trying to move a little faster. Okay. Opposing counsel will ask questions. Will ask about the case, including personal background, injuries and specific facts. Okay, so that's what the deposition is. I'm just trying to run through it. It's a lot to read here. Okay, now the video. Don't play it yet. This one right here. So everybody's with me so far. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
Hit the button.
While it's a real name, Jeffrey Epstein, and he has a real birth certificate and grew up in a real way, the picture that is presented to the world is not authentic. He wasn't a billionaire. What he was is a construct. For one thing, his earning path is highly suspect. Money, wealth, private jet, private island, fun, not married, young girls, lots of things. The money. $500 million of money came from Les Wexner, who's a wealthy guy who owns Victoria's Secret, big donator to the state of Israel. And $500 million was transferred to Epstein along with power of attorney to use it and invest it in the ways he saw fit. I'm mildly wealthy, but I'm not sending you $500 million. I'll tell you that. The idea that you're doing this is itself extraordinary, but it was probably the funding mechanism for this construct. The more you dig into this 3 million documents so far, and videos, by the way, and photographs, there's a lot of material there. Why in the world would anybody say, well, there are national security implications to some of this content? That's why some things are redacted. What would that be? It was an intelligence operation. Why the U.S. government is reluctant to be more transparent. Some of it is national security. Some of it is, let's imagine, an ally of ours is involved in that operation.
So you believe that he was an intelligence asset, and it sounds like you believe he was an intelligence asset potentially by a U.S. ally.
Yes.
So who is that ally?
Israel.
You believe that Epstein was an Israel intelligence asset?
Yes, I do. And Ghislaine Maxwell, just for additional background, but everybody can find it. Her father was an Israeli intelligence asset who was so revered. His funeral ceremony was held in Israel, was attended by the prime minister, by I think the last 4 or 5, by every living head of Mossad attended. And there were words used in eulogies like he did things for Israel that the world will never know about. There's a lot of good connection there and a lot of good connective tissue, some of which I've shared with you because it's public and some of which I'm not sharing. But that is indeed what I believe, yes.
So there's no direct evidence, but what people are essentially doing is putting the pieces together to make a picture.
There is direct evidence. There's just not direct evidence I'm sharing at this moment.
Pause it. Did you hear it? So he said he knows a lot of dirt. He was a CIA intelligence officer himself. So he knows a lot about this stuff. So he's bringing all of that out. Damn. Damn. That's some stuff right there. So what y'all noticed is that, because I want to make this before I play the next video, the honey pot, the honey trap. I got it written in my videos as honey trap because that's what it was. They caught these men. They're enticed by their old debauchery, their sexual escapades that they just can't control. I mean, that compulsion. Agents love that. Dothard Perry mentioned that. He said the thing that the Bureau loved the most is sexual hang-ups in history. They use that. That's a weakness. So these Israeli and these different government high officials and all of that, when they want to get you by the balls, all they got to do is sharpen an eye on you long enough because there's some nastiness in you that you just got to just do it. So we'll send you a floozy. We'll send you, you understand? We'll send you some hooker looking such and such. We'll set you up because we know you nasty and we got the cameras ready and we will blast you. We will put your behind out there and expose you.
That's the honey.
That's the honey. The honey trap.
Yep, that's the honey.
That's the
how
honey
they catch
trap.
the flies.
And that's how they do it. And that's what they did. That's what Epstein was. He corralled all these guys together, got them in hotels, got them on islands, all parties everywhere, doing all kind of stuff. So if you got Trump locked in like that, or any of these other officials, when Israel said, "I want you to go fight Iran," you got to go. And because of that, there's some people in this country that ain't stupid. They see it. They understand what this is about. They're saying that I'm not going to fight in no daggone war that's about Israel. What happened to MAGA? What happened to Make America Great Again? Trump said, the hell with that. I got to keep my behind on their payroll because they got me. You understand? That's what's happening.
BB got me.
Huh? BB got me. I'm going to show you. Hit the button. The next video. Watch this.
Oh, man.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Let's go. Come on, let's go. America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war
Derision.
for Israel. Your inability to name that shows your ineptness as leaders. This is wrong. And nobody wants to fight for Israel.
That's a U.S. Marine.
Sir. Commandant, please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Arm about to snap.
Sir, thank you for your service. The senator broke his hand. The senator broke his hand.
Listen to the people.
Look at you guys, you're robots! You won't even look back! Look at you guys, you're like robots!
Terrifying.
The Macharitarian president.
Lord have mercy. So the problem in this whole thing with people learning about what's really happening, that's a problem in this society. You can't have too much freedom of information because you'll wake up and you really start seeing what's happening behind the scenes. Post my next thing here. B.F. Skinner. He said this. Zoom it in. That's B.F. Skinner, the Skinner box experiment. Some of y'all might know about this. Some of y'all might not. But he has a lot to do with psychology and operant conditioning and stuff like that. Read that. He said what?
We can no longer afford freedom.
Meaning freedom of information. That's what he's really saying, because people can't know everything because we cannot control them if they know everything. That's what you just saw in the video with the Marine. Read that.
Says B.F. Skinner, the most influential and controversial psychologist of our time. We must design our culture to shape the behavior needed for survival.
How do you shape people's behavior? By telling them lies, by blocking off certain information, because if they got too much information, you cannot control them. So that's the reason why your media is censored. That's the reason why everything is censored, because if you get too much information, you're going to actually know what's happening. And the whole idea of this whole system is to keep people dumb. That's the reason why they dumb people down in the educational system, dumb people down everywhere you go. People are just made to be stupid with these dumb programs and TV shows and all that. Just dumb down the intelligence of every damn body. Can't have no damn intelligence because you will know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay? Read.
Here is Skinner's masterwork, a brilliant analysis of today's most pressing problems and a stunning, detailed plan for change that challenges many of Western man's most sacred ideals and personal freedoms. Considered one of the most important happenings in the 20th century, psychology, this book has already stirred nationwide debate through the force and shock of its ideas.
Because when people really start looking into what's really going on, they recognize that this whole system is manipulating people's thinking. Okay, so that's what he's saying, and it's designed that way to keep you from knowing too much, from thinking too much. If you're quiet and you're thinking, that's a problem. They don't want that. Okay,
right. And
what you going to bring out?
Going back to this as well as that honeypot with Charlie Brown.
Yes.
They're saying and alleging many people trying to discover the evidence behind it that his wife, Erica, was a honeypot as well, because the moment that he started to question Amalek and Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu, then he immediately dies, even though he was supporting them throughout that entire time, except for that last few a few weeks before he was assassinated.
Yeah.
And then his wife jumps out of he loved Israel. And she's speaking with this gusto and then being lifted up and almost as if she was handling him so that he would continue to cause the Republican youth to follow Benjamin Netanyahu. And the moment he didn't, she said, all right, no, we got to, end it.
Exactly. Now, show me my next thing. This right here. I want you to read this.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Now, as we read this, I'm going to show you that this is another example of dumbing people's intelligence down. Show the top of it again, because I looked it up. Golden beeper Trump gift. Okay?
Golden beeper.
Golden beeper. Read.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gifted U.S. President Donald Trump a mounted golden pager during their February 2025 meeting in Washington, D.C. This symbolic gift...
Stop. Now, they get ready to lie like hell to make you think that yes, they get ready to lie again. The intelligence. You know the real reason for that damn beeper. It's a gift, but there's a heavy meaning to it. But they're going to tell you exactly. That's easy to figure out. But listen to the bullshit that they're going to tell you. Read it.
This symbolic gift referenced the September 2024 Israeli operation that detonated targeting Hezbollah militants in Lebanon.
Okay, give me the next one. Is that the whole thing? Okay, let me see. There was another one. Key details, right? Yes, key details. Right there. Key details. The significance.
The golden pager represents a turning point in the conflict, according to Netanyahu's office. Context.
That's a lie. It ain't had nothing to do with no damn conflict. Go ahead.
The original attack in 2024 killed 37 people and injured thousands, including civilians.
Although all of that, quote unquote, happened, that pager has got nothing to do with this. Even though they were using phones that blew up. Remember that they had that? They're trying to put it out there that this is connected to that. Go ahead.
Reciprocal gift. Trump presented Netanyahu with a signed photograph of the two of them.
Because he knew what that beeper really meant. Me and you are buddies. So they sent a picture back like me and you, we going to do this thing together. I got you. Trump calling Netanyahu Bibi, but he's really daddy. Okay. Go ahead, read.
The item, described as a golden pager mounted on a wooden stand, was intended to highlight the operation against Hezbollah.
Bullshit. That's not what it was for. Give me the CNN article. Next one. Read that. At the top. Show them that it's CNN so they don't be thinking I made it up. Go ahead.
Netanyahu gifted Trump a golden pager during their meeting in Washington.
So it's basically saying the same thing, but you get to look at it. Zoom in. Look at that damn thing. That ain't got nothing to do with what happened. This right here is a pager to let you know you're on standby when I need you. I need you to go and fight and bring your soldiers, your men, your women, your babies, and fight for me. That's what that pager is for. That is a symbol to let you know you're on speed dial. Okay.
Damn. They're just saying press with both hands.
Yes. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Press with both hands. Wow. Give me the next thing. What is so? Go ahead, read this.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gifted U.S. President Donald Trump a golden pager, a reference to a deadly Israeli operation against Hezbollah that killed 37 people and injured thousands.
So, what's the next clip? Read that.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gifted U.S. President Donald Trump a golden pager during their meeting in Washington on Tuesday, an Israeli political source told CNN. The gift was an allusion to a deadly September operation carried out by Israel in Lebanon, which targeted pagers used by members of the Iran-backed military.
You see that? And who's the... See, that's how slick they are. Damn. To make you think that that's what it was about. No, it had nothing to do with that at all. Because the ends... What it said, the ends justify the means. You see America actually side by side by Israel blowing up and destroying Iran, meaning that's what it's really for. Mm-hmm. You're going to be an ally with us. When I call you, you're going to bomb Iran because that's what we want.
Yep.
That's what this is really about. So all of that mess that they're putting up there is, again, to put people to sleep. And who's to say they themselves probably use the pages to blow their own people up just to start this? These people are something. These people will go and blow stuff up on their own and make you think they did it. And then corral a whole lot of people behind it so that they can set forth their agenda.
They did that recently.
Yes, sir.
That Mossad agents were captured or photographed or some type of evidence was brought forth that they were bringing attacks onto different Israeli areas. And people were saying, well, wait a minute. Y'all are saying that in the news, Iran blew this up, but it was Mossad agents doing it.
Right, exactly. So this is how they get you. Give me the next video. Before you hit the button, before you even show it, you got to check this out. This is the President of the United States on a private bus. How the hell did this make it to everybody? You got to think about this. Hit the button. This is the reason why he gave him that pager, because I got you. Hit it. Warning, the video, this connects.
I'll admit it. Whoa. I did try and fuck her. She was married.
That's huge news, Sarah.
No, Nancy. No, this was, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I got to use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
Pull the hand.
Hello, how are you? Hi.
That was NBC News. Pause it. That's crazy. The president.
Live.
The president. How the hell somebody get close enough to record him?
Damn.
And the guy was egging him on.
Yep.
That's luring him. He allured him. He enticed him to say more, getting it all on video. And they'll use stuff like that. So you can see that this guy is just all over the place. Trump, he's all over the place. That's the kind of guy they need. That's what they want, somebody like that that's full of dirt. They said we can make this man do everything. Hit the next video. I'm almost done. And y'all can bring in them videos and stuff that you wanted to bring. Remember the thing that you had at the end?
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm about to I got some more. I'm almost I still got a little bit more. Hit the button. Not much.
The raid today, our cameras there at Jeffrey Epstein's private island, and it all comes, of course, as outrage grows tonight. Why wasn't anyone watching Epstein in jail? How was he allowed to take his own life? This is the moment they arrived at the hospital here in New York City. They were trying to revive him. He tried to take his own life just weeks ago, an apparent suicide attempt then. And tonight, Attorney General William Barr
tried
saying
to take his own life. He was assassinated. We know that. Okay. I'm not even sure if they probably just say, you know what? They probably just took him out and just said, listen, your mission is accomplished. We just gonna keep you back here. That we needed you to honey trap all these politicians so they could be in our pocket, and we beat them whenever we need them. That's basically what it is. He didn't commit no damn suicide. Either they killed him, which these guys sign up for that. They say, okay, I'll take the job, and I know I'm gonna be killed at the end of it. That's part of the signing up, you know it. Yeah. They get down like that. These people, Satanism and all that, they deal with stuff like this. So, this is crazy. So that's basically what it is. Back it up again. Let's just run through that. But it was crazy just thinking about the Trump thing on the bus, though. The guy sat next to him like he was his friend. Can you imagine that? That's something else. Got that damn close to him, loosened him up to talk and recording him. That's crazy. Sexual escapades, that's what they want. That person that was recording had to be that of an intel officer used to solidify the blackmail. That's how I see it. What you got for me? That's it? All right.
You pieced that together like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
packing.
Putting it all together?
Yeah.
That's why I got this black shirt on. They're going to get me. Maybe I'll be able to hide a little better. The brown one, they can see me a little better.
That was
The
Sherlock
black
Holmes.
one, I might be able to slip by.